Hey guys, I have been having a hell of a day today, aka horrible day, but I wanted to always come here and try to get something in for you guys. So I'm going to be doing a quick 8-minute cook time on I guess seafood creamy Parmesan pasta in the Instant Pot. It's super easy, very few ingredients, but super tasty and super fast if you need to get something going for dinner as soon as possible. So here we are, got my Instant Pot. It's on saute mode. Once the Instant Pot says hot, I'm gonna go ahead and add some olive oil to the pot, and we are going to cook a little bit of we're gonna cook about, say, a tablespoon of minced garlic. Once that starts to smell the flavors, we're gonna add chicken broth and lemon juice and salt and pepper and go from there. So I'm gonna wait till this is hot and then we'll continue on to the recipe. All right, first thing you're gonna do once your Instant Pot is hot, you're gonna go ahead and add the olive oil, obviously, and then 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. You're gonna go ahead and cook that up for about 10 to 15 seconds, mixing it around. You're gonna add 2 cups of chicken stock. 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm a big fan of lemons, so and I also don't have white wine, so this will give it a little bit of the kick that I like. I'm gonna also add some pepper to it, half a teaspoon, and some salt as well to the mix. I would say another teaspoon of salt. And then more importantly, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. Once that's all in there, you're gonna go ahead and give that a good mix. Make sure the Parmesan cheese pretty much melts. Sometimes you'll get the Parmesan cheese to come in like little clots as you're seeing it there in the video. So just break it apart. Do your best to break it apart. All right, once that cheese is melted, you're gonna go ahead and grab your linguine. I'm using the Barilla. It's 1 pound of linguine, and you're basically just gonna break it in half and put it inside your Instant Pot. Now, I want to say something that's super important. If you're doubling up on the recipe, obviously you're doubling up on the liquid. You're not straining anything. All this liquid, you are going to use it as part of your pasta sauce. So go ahead and break it in half, and I want you just to kind of just like put 1 roll one side and then the other one sporadic. I want them to cook through. So just going to kind of push it into the liquid, and I feel like I'm going to need a little bit more liquid, so I'm going to add a 1/4 cup more of the chicken stock. That's pretty good right there. So you want it to be submerged. You want the pasta to be submerged, but also not at the same time. You want the pasta to be submerged. Sorry, but not too much liquid, because then you'll have a super watery sauce. I mean, that's not a big problem if it is, because then you just take some out. When you add the heavy whipping cream and you put it on saute, it'll just be back to normal. But I like to always be safe and put a little bit more. As you can see the pasta, but most of it is submerged. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cook our pasta. Make sure you put your vent to seal, and you're gonna put it on for high pressure for 8 minutes. Once that beeps, we're gonna go ahead and do a quick release and let out all the air. Then I'm gonna open up this bad boy, and then I'm going to add easily like 2 pounds of the seafood medley and also some shrimp. When I make pasta, I like to have very little pasta and more of the seafood, because I like that seafood taste. When it comes to if you're not a fan of creamy garlic and you want to add some tomato sauce, you can do that. You can make it a pink sauce if you want. You can add some clam sauce. It's totally up to you. You can always work with the different taste. But I'm just going to be simple about it. Once this opens up, I'm going to toss in the seafood. I'm going to cook it for 1 minute. Sometimes I even cook it for 0, but since they're frozen, I'm going to cook it for 1 minute. And then quick release again. So stay tuned. I'm gonna wait till this is ready to go, and then we'll add the seafood. Guys, my Instant Pot beeped after 8 minutes. I went ahead and I'm letting out all the air. There's still a little bit of air. It usually takes about a minute or two when it comes to pasta because there's so much liquid. When there's not much liquid, it's usually a quick release. It takes within less than a minute. If it's a little loud, I'm sorry. My daughter's having her own Maluma dance party. And then in 5 seconds, she'll be Jojo Siwa. And then I'll shoot myself because Jojo Siwa is a little ridiculous for me. All right. So pin drop. I'm going to open this up. And of course, as I said, we got some perfectly cooked pasta. I don't like a lot of pasta, so I only use 3/4 of the box. But if you can use a full box, that's what the recipe says, the full box. So the pasta is pretty much al dente, which is what I like. And this is when we are going to add the seafood. Now, I have a shit ton of seafood, as you can see. This is a mixture of mussels, shrimps, calamari, squid, calamari and squid, the same thing, and scallops. Now, because my stuff is frozen, I'm only gonna put a quick, a cook time of a minute. You heard right. And because I want that liquid to obviously, it's frozen, that liquid's gonna melt. It's gonna add that extra liquid so I don't get the burn. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this up. I'm not touching I'm not marinating the seafood in anything for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it up, and you're gonna put it on high pressure for 1 minute. Once that beeps, we're gonna go ahead and quick release. If you like, I like my seafood cooked, but I also don't like it rubbery. So if you don't like if it's too raw on the raw side for you, just give it an extra 2 minutes. But I would start off with 1 minute and go from there. So we're gonna wait till that's ready, and then on quick release once the 1 minute is done. My Instant Pot beeped. I went ahead and I let out all the air. All my seafood is pretty much cooked. And this is when we are going to start adding the cream base. So you're gonna need a little bit of liquid for this. Let me stir this really good. You're gonna use 1 cup of heavy cream. I want you to go ahead and put this on saute mode. And basically cook it for a good 2 or 3 minutes in the sauce. I have a lot of volume in here, so it's gonna be a lot harder for me to mix through. It'll be a lot easier for you, and I also have a more watery consistency, and that's why I'm putting it on saute mode. The water that was let go from, basically that melted off my seafood is what I'm using also for the cream based. So if you feel like you have too much liquid and too much sauce, go ahead and put that on saute. Build up a little bit of, is that the word? Make it a little bit of a thicker consistency by adding some, you can do, take some out, or what I like to do, just for a quick fix, put a cornstarch slurry on the side. If you don't know what that is, basically you get a tablespoon of cornstarch and a little bit of water, and on the side in a separate bowl, you mix it until it gets, tough, and then toss it in there and mix it up with the other food. Now, last but not least, I like to always put a little bit of parsley. You could do fresh parsley as well. I like to put a lot. I like the taste of parsley. And you could give it a taste test. If it needs pepper, if it needs salt, you can go ahead and add that right now in this process. So I obviously would love to show you the finished product eventually, but I'll be posting that with the ingredient list, a picture of everything. So hope you guys enjoy this one. I think I've done something similar, but a red sauce, so or a vodka sauce. Not sure, but this one's a little bit different. Hope you guys enjoy it. All right.